YouTube players, this is Fritz Marcy Extraordinaire delivering a Gem Knight deck profile. Now, I've actually opened this YouTube mainly because I'm getting to becoming a huge investor in Yu-Gi-Oh! Finally after all these years, and I want to share my creations along with some ideas and maybe a couple booster box openings here and there. So now let's get started with the deck profile. I'm running one Rescue Rabbit just for that quick level 4 overlay. We're running double Gem Turtle, mainly to get into that quick Gem Knight fusion from the deck if you don't have it, and it can actually save you from hassles later on. It's just a quick access. Double Gem Armadillo to add Gem Knight from your deck to your hand. Double Prisma. He's mainly used for Ruby in this deck, or possibly Topaz, but I'm not sure about running two. This deck's just a prototype right now. If I had the choice, I would take out one of the Prismas and run another Gem Turtle. But I just don't know how it's going to run. Go ahead and experiment with the deck if you wish to play this. We're running triple Lazuli. Now, she actually can be used to bring back a Gem Knight that you use with Gem Knight Fusion for a Gem Knight, and you add it back to your hand. We're running the vanilla triple Garnet. Now he's mainly for Citrine. Gem Knight triple Tourmaline. He's another vanilla Gem Knight. Now he's used to basically go into Topaz and couple other gem fusions I can't really think of off the top of my head right now. I'm just preoccupied with this. And finally, we're running triple Obsidian, mainly to special summon that Gem Knight from your grave and use it again for either Gem Knight fusion or a quick level 4 overlay. Now for spells, I'm running one Burial from a Different Dimension. Now you have to be very careful using this card because you can only use it once, being that it's only limited to one, and you can only bring up to 3 monsters back. So you have to know what you're doing in the situation you need to use it. Obviously, the one Raigeki, obviously it's Raigeki. Board wipe your opponent's field and go for that direct attack kill. The one Soul Charge, to bring back your powerful Gem Knights that were killed earlier in the game and overswarm your opponent. The double MST, obviously, because it's MST and you want to get rid of your opponent's back row. Double Dark Hole. This is just as a board wipe. I don't know if running two would be such a good idea, but this, like I said earlier on, it's just a prototype. Running double Dark Factory of Mass Production. Yes, folks, this is a green printed rare from the Duelist League. This recycles your Tourmaline and your Garnet. Triple Forbidden Lance? Now, I don't know if running 3 is such a good idea, because I don't know if it's going to clog or not. I haven't played this deck yet, but I have tried it on DevPro, and it seems amazing. I have pulled double Citrine in my first opening move, but if I really had the choice, I would sideboard a Forbidden Lance and I'd put in a Book of Moon. And finally, for the last 3 spells, we're running triple Gem Knight Fusion. Now, in order to use Gem Knight Fusion, you want to be able to banish monsters that you're not going to be needing anytime soon, such as your Obsidian and your Lazulis. That's what I do anyway. I try not to banish my Garnet or my Tourmalines. Just because, you know, I'm afraid with Dark Factory Mass Production, I'm not going to be able to get back into anything else. For traps, we're running the one Bottomless Trap Hole. Obviously, it's bottomless, and it can wipe out multiple summons in one shot. Double Mirror Force. Mainly because, well, it's Mirror Force. Dimensional Prison would probably be a better choice, being that I have some anti-meta tactics with this deck. But I'm not sure which one I'm going to run, but I can always update this video later. We're running the one Compulse and the one Warning, just to get rid of those pesky monsters that your opponent drops, just like Monarchs. Mainly the Monarchs, because I hate Monarchs. And Warning especially gets around their effects because it cancels the summon. Now for the extra deck. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I forgot the one spell, Mind Control, just for that quick overlay. Now for the extra deck. We're running one Gem Knight Pearl as a 2600 attack power beat stick. The two Gem Knight Zirconia as a 2900 attack power beat stick, but it just doesn't have an effect, but it's still a powerful card. The one Gaga Cowboy, mainly as a game changer. Inflict 800 damage to your opponent while it's in defense position, or attack with it in attack position and have it gain 1000 attack, and your opponent loses 500 attack until the end of the turn, all depending on what the situation is. We're running double Prism Aura, mainly just to blow things up. We're running with the one Topaz. He can attack twice, and whenever he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, your opponent loses the damage equal to the monster that it sent to the graveyard's attack. We're running one number 39 Utopia. It just has a stall tactic if it's needed. We're running double Ruby, mainly because he's an amazing card. Your opponent just can't get around sometimes, especially to get around that pesky Monarch that you're having a hard time with. You tribute a gem monster regardless of what it is, if it's a Gem Knight or not. You tribute that one gem monster, and Ruby gains the attack power equal to that gem monster's attack power till the end of the turn. We're running the double Citrine. He has the same ability as Armades, just for that anti-meta, and to stall out your opponent from using their spells and traps, such as Mirror Force. The one Daigusto Emerald to special summon your vanilla monsters back from the grave for Gem Knight Fusion, or just for a quick overlay, or you return your up to 3 monsters from the graveyard to the deck, and you draw 1 card. Either one works for the deck. We run the one Maestro and the one Dark Rebellion XC Dragon. Now, Dark Rebellion's being placed instead of Lavalval Chain, being Lavalval Chain is banned. I would love to run Lavalval Chain, but I mainly play advanced format and go to a lot of tourneys, and they would frown upon me using a banned card. So that is it for the deck profile, folks. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of the deck. Or if you have any ideas of how I can improve this deck, please leave your comments below. This coming Friday, I will have Infinite Gold, and I will be back to share what I open with all of you. Thanks, guys. Peace out.